Have you ever wondered why some people seem to absolutely blossom in retirement, full of life and joy, while others, despite having worked hard for their golden years, somehow just don't quite get there? It's a question many of us ponder, perhaps quietly, as we look around at our friends and neighbors. It's a sobering truth that despite all the dreams we cherish for our later years, the travel, the hobbies, the freedom, a surprising 85% of seniors actually fail to truly live well in retirement. They might have the time, the resources, even good health initially, but something crucial feels missing. They often find themselves drifting, feeling a little isolated, or simply not enjoying the beautiful freedom they worked so incredibly hard to achieve. This isn't about pointing fingers or laying blame. It's about understanding why this common struggle happens and, more importantly, what we can powerfully do about it. The secret isn't some complex financial strategy you haven't mastered, or a magic pill you've yet to discover. Instead, it lies in surprisingly simple, yet profoundly powerful daily habits that can genuinely transform your retirement from merely existing to truly flourishing. In this video, we're going to uncover 7 crucial daily habits that are often overlooked in the hustle and bustle of life, yet are absolutely essential for crafting a vibrant, meaningful, and deeply satisfying life in your later years. So, settle in, because you'll want to stick with me until the very end. I've got something special to share that might just surprise you and completely change your perspective on what's truly possible. Let's dive right into these transformative habits, starting with one that might seem obvious on the surface, but is so often misunderstood when it comes to truly thriving as we age: intentional movement. Now, when I say movement, I'm not just talking about hitting your 10,000 steps, though walking is certainly wonderful. It's about engaging in movement that specifically supports your strength, flexibility, balance, and overall heart health in a way that regular casual walking alone might not. Many of us maintain our walking routine, which is fantastic, but we often neglect other crucial aspects of physical well-being, and this can subtly lead to a gradual loss of strength, diminished balance, and an increased risk of falls, all of which chip away at our independence and enjoyment of life. To truly live well, our bodies need a diverse range of challenges to stay resilient. So, what does intentional movement look like first? It means incorporating strength training into your routine. This doesn't require a gym or heavy weights. Simple bodyweight exercises are incredibly effective. Think about chair squats, where you sit down and stand up from a sturdy chair without using your hands, or wall push-ups, leaning against a wall and pushing away. Even lifting light hand weights or resistance bands a couple of times a week can make an enormous difference in maintaining muscle mass, which is absolutely vital for metabolism, bone density, and overall vitality. Secondly, we need to focus on balance. As we age, our balance can naturally decline, but it doesn't have to be a one-way street. Simple exercises like standing on one leg while you're brushing your teeth, or practicing heel-to-toe walking, placing the heel of one foot directly in front of the toes of the other, can dramatically improve your stability and confidence. Do these daily, and you'll notice a real difference. And finally, flexibility and stretching are key. Gentle stretching routines, perhaps a beginner's yoga class, or even the flowing movements of Tai Chi, can improve your range of motion, reduce stiffness, and make everyday activities like bending down or reaching overhead much easier. The goal is consistency and variety, not intensity. Think about Martha, who used to just walk her dog every day. She felt a bit stiff, and climbing stairs was becoming a chore. But after she started adding just 5 minutes of simple stretches and 10 chair squats each morning, she found she could climb stairs without knee pain. And to her delight, even started ballroom dancing again. It's about finding joy in movement and listening to your body, giving it the specific types of activity it needs to stay strong and capable. Moving on from how we move, let's talk about how we fuel our bodies. The second crucial habit is truly fueling your body with purpose. It's more than just eating healthy or avoiding bad foods. It's about actively choosing what you consume to energize, protect, and repair your body from the inside out. Many of us, particularly in retirement, fall into patterns of eating for convenience, comfort, or simply out of habit, rather than optimizing our nutrition for peak performance and longevity. And crucially, we often forget about one of the simplest yet most vital elements: hydration. To fuel your body with purpose, start by prioritizing protein. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at using protein, making it incredibly important for maintaining muscle mass, supporting our immune system, and keeping us feeling full and satisfied. Think about incorporating lean meats, fish, eggs, legumes like lentils and beans, or Greek yogurt into every meal. My friend Jim, for example, used to grab a quick piece of toast and coffee for breakfast. He'd often feel sluggish by mid-morning, but when he swapped that for scrambled eggs with spinach and a handful of berries, he found he had sustained energy throughout the entire morning, and his dreaded afternoon slump simply disappeared. Next, fill your plate with a vibrant array of colorful fruits and vegetables. These natural powerhouses are packed with antioxidants, vitamins, and fiber that protect your cells, support digestion, and boost your immune system. Make it a game: eat the rainbow every day. Then, embrace healthy fats found in avocados, nuts, seeds, and olive oil. These are essential for brain health, reducing inflammation, and absorbing fat-soluble vitamins. And finally, hydration. It sounds simple, but it's often overlooked. Chronic dehydration can lead to fatigue, headaches, poor digestion, and even cognitive issues. Make water your primary beverage. Carry a reusable water bottle. Set reminders on your phone, or infuse your water with fruit to make it more appealing. Herbal teas can also count towards your fluid intake. Consider Sarah, who realized she barely drank plain water throughout the day. She used to suffer from frequent headaches and felt constantly tired. Once she made a conscious effort to drink 8 glasses of water a day. Her headaches vanished, her digestion improved dramatically, and her skin even looked healthier. Fueling your body with purpose is about making conscious choices that support your energy, vitality, and overall health, turning every meal and sip into an opportunity to thrive. Now that we've discussed the importance of intentional movement and fueling your body with purpose, let's move beyond the physical and delve into the third crucial habit: cultivating a curious mind. Retirement, while a time of freedom, can subtly lead to mental stagnation if we're not careful. When our professional lives end, or our children grow up and leave the nest, the built-in mental challenges and problem-solving that came with those roles can disappear. Without new stimulation, our brains can become accustomed to routine, losing some of their agility and sharpness. To truly live well, your mind needs new adventures and challenges to stay vibrant and prevent cognitive decline. Cultivating a curious mind means actively seeking out novelty and learning. One of the most powerful things you can do is to simply learn something new. This doesn't have to be formal education or something daunting. It could be learning a new language using an app, picking up an instrument you always dreamed of playing, mastering a new skill like pottery or woodworking, or even delving into a complex hobby like genealogy or coding. The act of engaging in new learning pathways literally builds new neural connections in your brain, keeping it nimble and strong. Think about my friend Margaret. At 75, she decided to learn Spanish using a popular app after watching a documentary about a trip to Spain. Not only did her memory recall improve, but she also found a local Spanish conversation group, made wonderful new friends, and is now confidently planning a trip to Spain next year beyond formal learning. Simply reading widely is incredibly beneficial. Don't just stick to the news or familiar genres. Challenge yourself with nonfiction books on topics you know little about. Dive into classic literature, or explore different cultures through travel memoirs. Engaging in stimulating conversations is another excellent way to keep your mind sharp. Seek out friends, family, or community groups where you can discuss current events, philosophy, books, or anything that sparks your intellectual interest. These exchanges force you to think critically, articulate your thoughts, and consider different perspectives. And let's not forget the power of brain games like puzzles, crosswords, Sudoku, or strategic board games like chess or bridge. These are not just time fillers. They are powerful exercises for your cognitive functions. Finally, consider teaching or volunteering your expertise. Sharing your knowledge or skills can be incredibly stimulating, requiring you to organize your thoughts, explain complex ideas, and adapt to new situations. My friend David, a retired engineer, started taking online courses in ancient history. He found a newfound passion, connecting with others who shared his fascination through online forums. His days felt far more purposeful, and he often remarked how much sharper his memory had become. By intentionally feeding your mind with new information and challenges, you ensure that your retirement years are not just peaceful, but also intellectually stimulating and full of discovery. These first few habits, intentional movement, purposeful fueling, and cultivating a curious mind, lay a strong foundation for a vibrant retirement. But a truly fulfilling life extends beyond the individual and into how we connect with the world around us. So, let's explore the next set of habits that are absolutely vital for your well-being and joy, starting with one that's often talked about, but perhaps not deeply understood in its profound impact: nurturing authentic connections. Retirement, for many, can inadvertently bring a sense of isolation. Our work connections often disappear, and our social circles might shrink as friends move or pass on. It's not just about having friends in a casual sense. It's about cultivating deep, meaningful, and authentic connections that provide support, laughter, and a sense of belonging. Many seniors mistakenly rely solely on past relationships or family, and while those are vital, actively building new connections and nurturing existing ones is crucial for a thriving retirement. The painful reality is that loneliness can be as detrimental to our health as smoking. Yet it's a silent epidemic among older adults. Nurturing authentic connections means being proactive and intentional. First, make an effort to reach out. This could mean calling an old friend you haven't spoken to in a while, but it also means actively seeking out new connections. Think about joining clubs, volunteer groups, community centers, or classes that align with your interests. Do you love to read? Join a book club. Are you passionate about gardening? Find a local gardening group. These shared interests provide a natural starting point for conversations and friendships. Second, focus on quality over quantity. It's far more beneficial to have a few deep, supportive relationships where you feel truly seen and heard, rather than many superficial acquaintances. Invest time and genuine interest in these chosen connections. Third, consider intergenerational connections. Spending time with younger family members, perhaps mentoring someone, or even volunteering with children, can bring fresh perspectives and a profound sense of purpose. My friend Robert, after his wife passed, felt an overwhelming loneliness. He used to be very social, but grief had isolated him. He tentatively joined a local gardening club, a passion he shared with his late wife, and found not only new friends who understood his love for roses, but a renewed sense of belonging and community. And Maria, who recognized that her busy street felt impersonal, started hosting a weekly coffee morning for her neighbors. Slowly, more and more people joined, and she fostered a vibrant sense of community on her street that she never knew was possible, creating a network of support and friendship for herself and others. Remember, building authentic connections might require you to step slightly out of your comfort zone, but the rewards in terms of emotional well-being are immeasurable. Next, we move to a habit that provides structure and meaning to your days Discovering or rediscovering purpose. One of the biggest challenges many people face in retirement is the loss of identity and purpose that often came from their professional careers or from raising a family. When those daily responsibilities disappear, days can suddenly feel empty, leading to a sense of drifting or unfulfillment without a clear reason to get out of bed. Beyond just leisure, retirement can feel like an extended vacation that's lost its novelty. Purpose isn't necessarily about grand gestures. It's about finding something that gives your life meaning and direction, a reason to engage with the world. Start by reflecting on your values, what truly matters to you. What problems do you care about? What causes stir your soul? A fantastic way to rediscover purpose is through volunteering, giving your time to a cause you believe in. Whether it's an animal shelter, a local hospital, a school, or an environmental group, provides structure, social interaction, and the profound satisfaction of knowing you're making a difference. My friend Eleanor, a retired teacher, initially struggled with the quiet after leaving the classroom. She started volunteering as a tutor at her local library, helping struggling students with reading. The joy and purpose she found in guiding young minds were immense. She felt needed, valued, and her days were once again filled with meaningful interactions. Another path to purpose is by sharing your skills. If you have professional expertise, consider mentoring someone, consulting for a nonprofit, or teaching a community class. Your accumulated wisdom is a treasure. Or pursue creative projects. If you've always wanted to paint, write, play music, or craft, now is the time. These pursuits offer challenge, self-expression, and a deep sense of accomplishment. Consider Tom, who always dreamed of writing a book about his family's history. He dedicated just an hour a day to it, and the process gave him immense satisfaction, a sense of legacy, and a tangible goal to work towards. Purpose isn't always about contributing to the world. It can also be about personal growth, learning, and creating something that brings you joy and satisfaction. Now, let's talk about something that is a cornerstone of all health and happiness, yet is often neglected and misunderstood as we age, prioritizing rest and quality sleep. Many seniors struggle with sleep, often dismissing it as just part of getting older. But the painful truth is that consistently poor sleep impacts absolutely everything: your energy levels, your mood, your memory, your immune system, and your ability to engage with life. It can exacerbate chronic conditions and severely limit your capacity to enjoy your retirement. Ignoring sleep is like trying to build a strong house on a shaky foundation. Prioritizing rest and quality sleep means making it a non-negotiable part of your daily routine. The most impactful step is establishing a consistent sleep schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. This helps regulate your body's natural sleep-wake cycle. Next, optimize your sleep environment. Your bedroom should be dark, quiet, and cool. Consider blackout curtains, earplugs, or a white noise machine if needed. Crucially, establish a wind-down routine an hour before bed. This means no screens, no TV, tablets, or phones, as the blue light can disrupt melatonin production. Instead, read a physical book, listen to calm music, take a warm bath, or practice gentle stretching. Also, be mindful of what you consume. Limit caffeine and alcohol, especially in the afternoon and evening. While alcohol might initially make you feel drowsy, it disrupts sleep quality later in the night. Regular daytime activity, as we discussed with intentional movement, can significantly improve sleep, but avoid intense exercise too close to bedtime. And finally, if you consistently struggle with sleep despite these changes, please talk to your doctor. Underlying medical conditions like sleep apnea, restless leg syndrome, or certain medications can severely impact sleep and often can be effectively treated. Think of Brenda, who used to stay up late watching TV, feeling perpetually groggy every morning. When she committed to turning off screens an hour before bed and reading a book instead, She found herself falling asleep faster and waking up feeling truly refreshed for the first time in years. And John, who realized his afternoon coffee habit was keeping him wired into the evening. By switching to herbal tea after noon, his sleep quality dramatically improved, and he had more energy throughout the day. Prioritizing your sleep isn't a luxury, it's a fundamental requirement for truly living well in retirement. Finally, we arrive at the seventh crucial habit, one that helps us navigate the inevitable ups and downs of life with greater grace and inner peace, embracing stillness and cultivating gratitude. Retirement isn't a magical escape from all worries. You might still face health concerns, financial anxieties, or the pain of loss. Learning to effectively manage stress and cultivate inner peace is absolutely crucial for your overall well-being. This isn't about ignoring problems or pretending everything is perfect. It's about building emotional resilience and finding moments of calm amidst life's challenges. Embracing stillness and gratitude means actively carving out time for reflection and appreciation. A powerful starting point is daily mindfulness or meditation. Even just 5 to 10 minutes a day can make a profound difference. You don't need to be an expert. Simple guided meditations, easily found on apps like Calm or Headspace, can help you focus on your breath and quiet the incessant chatter of the mind. This practice helps you stay present, reduce anxiety, and gain perspective. Closely linked is a gratitude practice. Keep a simple gratitude journal, where you jot down 3 things you're grateful for each day, no matter how small. Or simply take a quiet moment each morning or evening to mentally list things you appreciate. This conscious act of appreciation shifts your focus from what might be lacking to the abundance already present in your life. Patricia, for example, felt increasingly overwhelmed by worries about her health. She started a daily 10-minute gratitude practice, writing down simple things like, "the warmth of the sun on my face," or "a good cup of tea." Over time, she noticed a profound shift in her overall mood and outlook, feeling more peaceful and optimistic about her days. Another way to embrace stillness is by spending intentional time in nature, whether it's a slow walk in a local park, sitting quietly in your garden, or simply listening to the birds sing outside your window. Connecting with the natural world can be incredibly calming and grounding. Deep breathing exercises are another simple yet effective tool. Learning to take slow, deep breaths can instantly calm your nervous system in moments of stress. And finally, be mindful of your information diet. While it's important to stay informed, limiting constant exposure to negative news cycles can protect your mental peace. By embracing stillness and gratitude, you cultivate an inner sanctuary, building resilience and enhancing your ability to experience joy, even when life presents its inevitable challenges. Now, these 7 habits: intentional movement, purposeful fueling, cultivating a curious mind, nurturing authentic connections, finding purpose, prioritizing sleep, and embracing stillness and gratitude, might seem like a lot to take in all at once. And you might be thinking, how can I possibly incorporate all of these? But remember, the journey to a truly fulfilling retirement, one where you genuinely thrive, is about consistent, small steps, not giant, overwhelming leaps. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. It's about consciously choosing habits that serve your desire to live a rich, full life, rather than passively drifting. Imagine if just one of these habits resonated deeply with you, and you committed to making it a consistent part of your routine for just the next month. How different might your days feel? How much more energy, joy, or peace might you experience? Even the tiniest shift can create a profound ripple effect in your overall well-being. And now, for that surprise I promised you at the beginning. It's something that often gets pushed aside as we get older, seen almost as a luxury, or perhaps something only for other people. But it's actually one of the most powerful catalysts for incorporating all these other wonderful habits, and for truly living well in your retirement. What is it? It's the habit of play and adventure. Yes, play many of us, when we retire, still carry the mindset of work or responsibility even into our leisure time. Our days can become about chores, appointments, and perhaps relaxing in a familiar, comfortable way. But true flourishing, true joy, often comes from stepping outside our comfort zones, embracing novelty, and allowing ourselves to be playful and adventurous, no matter our age. This isn't about skydiving. Unless that's something you genuinely want to try, it's about finding small, delightful ways to inject fun, curiosity, and a sense of wonder back into your everyday life. Perhaps it's trying a new cuisine you've never tasted, taking an impromptu day trip to a nearby town you've never explored, picking up a hobby that's purely for fun with absolutely no purpose beyond enjoyment, or simply letting yourself laugh wholeheartedly and uninhibitedly at something silly. Why is this so surprising and yet so incredibly powerful? Because play fuels creativity. It significantly reduces stress. It strengthens your connections with others as you share joyful experiences. And it absolutely keeps your mind sharp and agile. It makes you want to engage in all those other healthy habits we discussed. If you're excited about a new dance class, which is a form of play, you're embracing movement, connection, and learning all at once, and you're far more likely to prioritize it. If you're planning a fun trip or a delightful new outing, which is an adventure, you're automatically engaging your sense of purpose, your mental faculties, and ensuring you're fueled and rested for it. Play and adventure are the secret ingredients that make all the other habits feel less like work and more like joyous, spontaneous living. It reminds you, perhaps more than anything else, that retirement isn't just an ending, it's a magnificent new beginning. A wide-open canvas waiting for you to paint your most vibrant masterpiece, filled with possibilities for pure, unadulterated joy. So, I'd absolutely love to hear from you. Which of these 7 core habits, or perhaps even this 8th, delightful surprise habit of play and adventure, resonates most deeply with you today? What's one small, simple step you're going to take this week to start living even more fully in your retirement? Share your thoughts, your experiences, or even your own personal play ideas in the comments below. Your insights could be just what someone else needs to hear to spark their own transformation. If you found this video helpful and inspiring, please take a moment to give it a thumbs up. It genuinely helps us reach more incredible people like you who could benefit from this message. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel for more practical tips and encouraging content, all designed to help you truly thrive at every wonderful stage of life. Remember, your retirement years are a precious gift, a time of immense possibility. Embrace these habits, embrace the joy of discovery, and know that you have everything within you to truly live your best life at every age.